You can handle small mats in your cat's fur at home by using talcum powder, your fingers, and a wide-toothed comb to loosen and remove them. However, if you are dealing with a stubborn mat, you may use scissors with caution to remove it. If the mat is large, close to your cat's skin, or very stubborn, then you may need a professional to remove it safely. Prevent mats by brushing your cat regularly, especially the areas where mats commonly occur. So, we are going to watch about the how to handle matting in your cat's coat.
Method 1. Combing out small mats. First is sprinkle talcum powder onto the mat.
Work the talcum powder into the mat with your fingers. The talcum powder will help loosen the mat. You can purchase talcum powder from your local pharmacy or grocery store. Alternatively, you can spray a detangler or an anti-static spray onto the mat to loosen it. Though do not use both at once or the products can cake together and make the problem worse. You can find these at your local pet store or online.
Step 2. Use your fingers to loosen the mat.
Gently pull any loose hair away from the mat with your fingers. Break the mat apart as much as you can without using a comb. Do this until only the core of the mat remains. Finally, hold the base of your cat's hair with your fingers. Starting at the end of the mat, the tip of your cat's hair, begin to gently comb the mat. Use a wide-toothed metal comb or a specially made mat comb, also called a razor comb or mat rake, to work through it. As it breaks apart, slowly work your way deeper into your cat's fur until the whole mat is removed. Use short, fast strokes to remove the mat. Do not yank or pull too hard. If you are using a wide-toothed comb, use the tip of the comb as a pick to work your way through the mat. If your cat has a double coat or a thick undercoat, then use an undercoat comb to work through the mat. Finish this in multiple sessions if your cat does not tolerate it well.
Method 2. Removing mats with scissors. First is lift the hair from the skin.
Use a comb to do this. By lifting the hair away from the skin, it will be easier to see where the fur stops and the skin begins. This way, you may reduce the risk of accidentally cutting or nipping your cat's skin.
Step 2. Cut the edges of the mat.
While the hair is lifted with the comb, take a pair of scissors and cut the edges of the mat. To be safe, only cut the edges of the mat on the outside of the comb, the part of the mat that is farthest from your cat's skin. Cutting the edges of the mat will loosen the mat, making it easier to detangle with your fingers or a comb. Never lie the scissors flat onto your cat's fur and skin. By doing this, you may risk cutting your cat's skin. Always use a comb to lift the mat away from your cat's skin before cutting the edges of the mat. Step 3. Use your fingers to detangle the rest of the mat. You can also use a wide-toothed comb or a mat comb to untangle the rest of the mat. If the mat will not come loose, then use the comb and scissors again to cut the edges of the mat. Resume entangling the mat with your fingers or a comb.
Finally, take your cat to a professional groomer.
In general, mats that are smaller than the tip of your thumb can be easily removed at home without professional help. However, if the mat is very large, tight, or close to your cat's skin, then you may want to take your cat to a professional groomer to have it removed. Additionally, if your cat's coat is covered in mats, then you should take it to a professional groomer or your veterinarian to have them removed. In severe cases, the professional may need to shave your cat. Sedation may be necessary for the shaving process since removing the mats can be very painful.
Method 3. Preventing mats. First is brush short-haired cats once a week.
Use a metal or rubber fine-toothed comb to remove dead hair, dirt, and oil from a short-haired cat's coat. When brushing your cat, remember to brush in the direction of its hair growth. Also make sure to brush your cat's whole body, from head to tail, including its abdomen and chest.
Step 2. Brush long-haired cats every 2 days.
Use long-toothed slicker brushes and combs to brush long-haired cats. Starting with your cat's abdomen and legs, gently comb its fur upward toward its head. Also comb your cat's neck fur upward toward its chin. However, comb the hair on the top side of the coat in the direction of the hair growth. In order to brush the tail, part the hair down the middle and carefully brush out the fur on both sides.
Finally, check for mats in common areas.
When combing your cat, make sure to check areas where mats commonly occur. These areas are around the groin and abdomen, behind the ears, between the back legs, behind the front legs, its armpits, around the collar area, and along the back of the haunches.
We hope it is useful to you. Please subscribe to our channel to upskill yourself.